Hey guys, I got my Ipsy. And yeah, I also got another Ipsy package. They called it Accommodation Package, and I'm going to tell you why. This is my April box, and I did not get to customize my box because they could never get the site working for my channel or for my whatever. I tried every computer I had. I redid my computer, turned it off, turned it on, restarted, downloaded 4 browsers, downloaded the app on my phone, downloaded the app on my iPad. I had the app downloaded at the last minute on my husband's phone, who has no social media on his channel or on his phone. And to no avail, after 3 days, nothing. And I'll tell you, their customer service was horrible. The first person that got a hold of me, and I'm going to name names, was Ken. And he sent me this all happy mail, and I think he took like 8 hours to get back to me, maybe a day, which they tell you it could take a little longer. And he sends me this all happy email that it's been fixed. Our problem's been fixed, because you probably heard a lot of people complaining. And so I said, oh, great. So I tried it right away, and it wasn't fixed. And I emailed him back and waited and waited and waited, and he never contacted me back. So then I put in another, bot issue and got another case open, and Dawn got back with me, and she was so apologetic, and they've really looked into it, and we have it fixed, and she told me what to do. Then she told me to change my browser. She told me some of the things Ken had said. Ken said if it didn't work, I need to clear my cache. Well, I did clear my cache, but she told me clear the cache, try a different browser, a new browser, and it should work. It's all corrected. I did all of that. I downloaded DuckDuckGo. I downloaded different browsers. I have Safari and Chrome. Anyways, none of it worked. The apps, nothing. And then I emailed her right away after I checked all that out. I even restarted my computer, closed out everything, started back up, and I even updated, make sure it was all updated. Anyway, nothing. Did Dawn get back with me? No. She saw my problem, and she thought she was done, and she did not return. Oh, and each of those emails of theirs said waiting standby to make sure it works. That is a lie. Big time lie. So the next day, which is the 3rd day, I had sent in another bot request with another order, and this time Camille got a hold of me. Now, Camille is to be commended, because she stayed with me from like 10 o'clock that day all the way until we couldn't do anything. So she was working with me back and forth, sending emails, trying to help me, and she couldn't figure out why. And that's when I finally did a last-minute try on my husband's phone, because he has no apps to speak of on his phone, no social, nothing about my email address or anything. So I thought, well, surely it'll work over there. Well, surely it didn't. So I did not get to customize my Ipsy box, because they customized it for me, which none of these are my picks, and it was not what I wanted. But that's what we're going to see, what I have. And I told them if this happens to me next month, which is the ultimate box, they're toast in my book. We'll see. But they sent me accommodation package. They mailed this out the day they couldn't get my customs or my choices. I got an email saying I had a special delivery. No, it was, special delivery, and it was called accommodation package. So they're trying to accommodate me since I could not do my choices. But what I don't understand is they knew what I wanted. If they have problems like this, they need to have a manual way for us to call or email our choices if their system is not working. And I hope you're listening to this, Ipsy, because it was really pathetic. This whole thing was pathetic. Now we're going to get on with this Ipsy, totally chosen by them. Can you imagine how frustrating that was? For 3 days, I was on it every day trying to get my customs made. I even texted Mary and told her, and she's the one that let me know that I wasn't the only one. Mary Catherine loves cats. That I wasn't the only one having the issue. She said it was all over Instagram. But anyway, that's enough of my rant. I'm very disappointed, but I have a box. I only paid $36.72. You know, by the time I pay the shipping and the tax, which isn't bad, and I'm going to have, I think it said $148 value. It would have been a lot higher with what I wanted to pick. But here is our Daydream, Dare to Daydream. They've got her all washed out in pink. Very pretty. Yeah, it looks very, very nice. It's like they've done that half moon up. I think I've seen that on some of the, when you're using the blush, going up almost into your eye, matching it out. This here is the choices that we were going to get from them. Your new lip gloss is everything. And then we got the Ipsy Ultimate there. And there's a little sneak peek. We're all going to get this. We'll probably all get the Murad and probably those good jeans maybe. I'm not sure. Usually everyone gets 2 or 3 products, and that's a $400 value. And boy, I hope I can customize. I will be so livid if I can't customize that box. That's $70 plus what, tax and their little $2 shipping. So you're talking like $76, almost $80. So I better be able to customize. What did I get in this box? We're going to do that first. In customize, well, I'm not in FabFitFun, am I? They made 2 choices for me. And my choice that they picked for me was, first one was what everybody else got, the Maracuja Juicy Lip Vinyl. And mine is in Shimmering Cinnamon Spice. I don't think they don't know me very well. I am not a warm person. I'm a cool person, a cool color. And they send me this crappy stuff, but everybody got this, I think. I don't know if it was the same color or not, but that's the cinnamon. And I don't have a vinyl, so I'm going to wipe it down. But yeah, it's definitely got an orangey tone to it. I don't know who's picking this for me, but this is not my color. I'll wear it, but it's not my color. I would rather have a red. But anyway, that's what I got. I hope I'm not going to have to complain this whole time. I'm usually not a complainer. And I still have some Prime water here. I'm just going to wipe that off. It's super duper easy from Prime Promedics. Okay, so I got this, and we'll see if I like it or not. And then the next thing that they picked for me, of course they picked this whole thing, but this was my first 2 choices I was going to get regardless, was the LYS, which I was actually very excited about that. So this was a good thing. And it's in this Sincere Pink. And don't know that I've got too many pink loose powders. I think I have one that has a mixture of pink and blue and something else. But this is what it looks like. It's really shiny. It's got the LYS. And you open it up like that. And then, of course, it's going to have a cover over it. So I'm not going to put any of that on right now. And I'm not going to open it up just yet. But it's definitely pink. And I don't have a brush in here to put that on. But I like that. I mean, I was happy to know that they picked that for me. So that was my pick before I was supposed to have what I wanted. Now, in choice number 1, I'm thinking I wanted the Bad Girl mascara, the Benefit mascara. What they sent me was a product I do like, Ultra Pear Cream First Aid Beauty, but I didn't want it because I already have a bunch. But I'll just add this to my collection and treat this like a, look at that, it's already been peeled back a little bit, but it's not open, thank goodness. But anyway, this is just going to be a creamy body cream. is the way I look at it. You can use it all over and it'll hydrate, and it does have the Colindol. It's a whipped, rich, ultra hydrating moisturizer, relieves dry skin, eczema, and strengthens the surface barrier. Used daily for intense hydration. And I will use this eventually, but like I said, I have this already. I have so many either tubes or whatever of this particular product, so I wasn't wanting it, but I've got it. Now the next item that I wanted to pick was the Wanderlust, I think that's what it is, Wander Beauty eye palette, but I didn't get that. They decided that based on my profile, which is the most stupidest thing, because on lips I have rarely, or might have maybe. On eyeshadow I have always. So I mean, no, they don't listen to that profile. And I don't put any skincare down. I put all makeup. So I mean, like, they're not listening. They say they're basing it on your profile, but they don't. Anyway, this is Gisou. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. It's honey infused lip oil, which I'm sure is very good, and had it not been in that category with the palette, I might have picked it. It smells good, and I'm sure I'm going to enjoy this, but it's not what I originally wanted. But like I said, I know I'm going to enjoy this. Now I have hair oil by them that's really good, so this is a good product. Even First Day Beauty's a good product. I'm not saying I didn't get good products. I'm saying I didn't get what I wanted, what I would have picked. Now, in category number 3, I was going to pick some sunscreen. I don't know if it was 30 or 50, but it was for your face, and I was very anxious to get that. But thank goodness I went through one of my Stylevana advent calendars and found a 50 in there that I can use. So I had one, and now I have to worry that I don't have one. But what they picked for me was the BU Beauty Vaulte. I don't know if that's supposed to be Vaulte or Vaulte. And these are 3 lip liners now, and it was $25 for these. This was $28. This was $42, in case you want to know. And I got 3 different lip liners, and it looks like I've got kind of a nude mauve, maybe a brownish one, which I do use brown, and that'll go with that Maracuja thing they picked out for me. And then this is kind of more of a berry. So I'll use these, don't get me wrong, I do use lip liners. And this was a $25 value for the package, but it's just not what I wanted. I mean, how do you feel if you're paying for something and you don't even get to choose? Because their website is down, but yet they keep telling you it works fine. And like I said, I tried it on computers, I tried it on my iPad, I tried it on my phone, the app, and on my husband's phone. Nothing worked. But my box I got for $36.72. I did get my value. It was $148 value. And so I am happy about that. Now, what was my accommodation product? And, here I am. I get this email, and it says I'm getting an accommodation. And I'm thinking, oh, because I wrote to them what my choices were. And I thought, oh, they're going to accommodate me and send me my choices. No. No, that's not what they did. They said they went and looked on my profile and said how much I loved blush palettes, which I think you all kind of know. They've blush paletted me out. I mean, matter of fact, I thought I was going to get another one this month. I think they had black. It was pretty, but what they did is they sent me a high dollar face palette or blush palette. They sent me the Natasha Denona Berry Pop Cheek Trio Blush Highlighter Palette. And I will have to say, this is lovely, but I would have rather had what I wanted. But this is my accommodation for them not being able to get their you know what together. This is very pretty. You've got the kind of a pinky color, rose color, and then your highlighter. And I know I'm going to enjoy using this because I love the Natasha Denona products. I actually have her rose and wood palette on my eyes right now. So I do enjoy her products. I don't think I had a blush palette from her. So I've got highlighter. I've got a lot of her products along with eyeshadow palettes. So this will complete. I've got lots of her lipstick. Of course, I used her liner, her berry liner. So I have this line, berry, in the lip colors. So it's not like I can't use this. And it was nice of them. They did not have to do that. So I did get a nice accommodation palette. But like I said, I was kind of thinking it was going to be the Wanderlust Beauty palette, or yeah, Wanderlust Spring palette, whatever the name of it was. I saw it. It's so pretty. And yeah, I could have bought it, you know, once they made my choices. I could have paid $12 to get the palette, but I refused to spend one more dime with Ipsy. And right now, that's kind of what I'm going to hold my foot in. You know how you put your feet in the ground and you just hold it? Yeah, I think I'm on a holding pattern of purchasing anything unless there's just some ridiculous deal that I can't pass up. I've got so much, so it's not like that's going to happen, but you never know. You never know what they're going to put in their sales. And, you know, they're going to be having a mega drop shop sale sometime this month. So I might, you know, eat my words, which is fine. I don't mind having crow. I do mind a company not being able to produce what they say they're going to be able to do when it comes to picking your choices. And then when they can't even fix it, they don't even have a way to manually have it done. There's something wrong. There should always be a way to accommodate the customer, no matter what. And accommodation gifts are nice, and it's a sweet little thought, but it doesn't count for Ken and for Dawn to just, you know, pretty much flip me off. Why don't you just stick your middle finger up? I mean, you know, they just basically said, here it is, nah, if you can't do it, too bad. That's how it made me feel. So, you know, at least Camille really did try. She worked with me all day, and I didn't have to beg her. You know, I didn't have to keep emailing her. Every time I emailed her back about what happened, she emailed me back and try something else. So she really did try. So I do have to, you know, put in kudos for her. And I thank you, Camille, if you happen to watch this. So anyways, that's my Ipsy and my disappointment of the whole box. Although I love my box as far as I like all the products that are in it. I will use them. And you let me know, out of those products, if you would have got that box, what would have been your favorite? And how would you have felt? Do you feel like I'm being over the top? I don't think so. But do you think I'm being over the top? That's what really matters is, you know, I'm on here ranting about it. But that's what happened. And I spent 3 days trying to get it done. That's 3 days I don't get back. And of course, that's in between anything I have to do. But anyways, that was my Ipsy. And overall, even with my little Natasha Denona trio here, I am happy with this. I wish it would have been the palette. I wish it would have been all 3 of my selections put in a nice little accommodation package. But that didn't happen. Oh, but anyways, that's it. That's all I have. We'll wait till next month and see what happens. Be sure and go check out Carol Gardner, Mary Catherine Loves Cats. Oh, I'm trying to think who all gets this box. And Lois, Life with Lois. And I can't think who else gets this box, but I know others get it. I think Tammy Shows Merch gets this box, and she may have already shown her, or maybe she gets the Ipsy bag. Some people just get the Ipsy bag, which that's a good deal too. But I'd rather have full-size products, so I don't get that. But anyways, go check all them out. And I guess as far as today, oh, I know someone I didn't mention, True Wants. True Wants buys 2 boxes. So she'll show you 2 different choices that she made, as long as she got to make her choices. As far as I know, in our little world of community channels, I'm the only one that did not get to make choice based on their computer error or whatever was going on. But anyways, go check her out too. They're all great channels. And as for today and my Ipsy, that's all I have. And as usual, wish you all a blessed and happy day. Bye-bye.